is Dr. Lotus Riché sharing with you 15 minutes of success, coming to you with successful entrepreneurs all around the globe that's going to share with you what they do to be successful so you can too. That's right. This is Dr. Lotus Riché here with you today on more 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Riché. And I am so super excited and I am so happy that I've got a phenomenal young man that's coming your way to help you be great and achieve success and be the best that you can be, not just in life, but in business too. So as you come in, please don't forget to let us know where you're coming in from. Let us know who you are, because we want to shout you out and thank you for being here on the 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus. So as you know, I bring guests on each week that just come in to share their heart, share their spirit, and share their experiences with you as far as how things evolve in their life. Now, some folks, they have rags to riches stories, and some folks don't. But the most important thing about their stories is that they are here with you and me to share their stories and to share the things that have impacted them and the things that has helped them grow over time, leading to the ultimate success in life. And you know, success isn't what everyone else says it is for us. Success is what we know and believe it is for ourselves. And so as you come in, please go ahead, make sure you get your notepad and your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. But you got to go to them notes and take action to make the change that you want to see in your life. So as you can, don't forget, go ahead and tag a friend when you come in. So we got it started already, right? We're going to take some notes and we are going to tag some friends. And of course, we're going to reach out to some of our sponsors and help them and say hello to them and thank them as well. So as we get started, I want to tell you a bit about an amazing person that I had earlier on the show. She came in and she ripped it earlier this week. Her name was Sabrina Proctic, and we talked about some of the tips and techniques and strategies that she shared. And she kicked this week off as we're going into the new year. And so it would be only fitting that I bring this next gentleman up, because this next gentleman, he starts out with a cup. That's right. Coffee Cup Chuck is my next guest. He's our guest. He's our friend. And if you've heard of Coffee Cup Chuck, go ahead and put ABC. Go ahead and put a 3 in the comment below, right? Put a 3, because the C is the third letter in the alphabet. So put a 3 in the comment, okay? And remember, I got it up on the screen. Make sure you take some. So let me tell you about my amazing guest. Coffee Cup Chuck. His name is Chuck Doyle. He is a speaker. He's an author. He's a podcaster. And he's a show host. But most importantly, he's an instrumentation. That's right. To help people face the facts, face their fears, and be real about what's in their cup. Right? And so as you join us today, I challenge you to embrace his message. I challenge you to just let it all out so you can be the best that you can be. And so with no further ado, I want to share this amazing message with you before I go backstage and bring up my next guest, Mr. Coffee Cup Chuck, Mr. Chuck Doyle. Check this out.
Good morning, people. It's your boy, Coffee Cup Chuck, back with another powerful message. Today's message is on growing up to be like you. We all want to grow up to be someone great. Because of this, we normally attach ourselves to people who we most highly look up to. But did you know that no matter who you want to be like, you will only end up growing up to be like the person that you create within yourself? So listen up, people. It's okay to be influenced by others, but remember this. It is totally up to you to grow into the person that you want to be. Your greatness will only be determined by the choices and sacrifices that you make. So instead of striving to be like those superstars, shoot for the stars and place yourselves amongst them. It's your boy, Coffee Cup Chuck. Thank you for hanging out with me for another powerful message. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, stay positive, people.
So with no further ado, I bring to you our guest, Mr. Coffee Cup Chuck. Woo woo!
What's up, Doc?
Hey, everything is everything, and I'm so happy to have you here. You are simply amazing. And wow, I share with the folks a little bit about who you are and what you do. So I want you to take this moment to share too about what you do and who you are.
So my name's Coffee Cup Chuck. I'm an entrepreneur. I came from humble beginnings. I can say that. You know, I was a bad kid when I was growing up due to the negativity in the neighborhood, and it was hard grasping the belief system growing up. So I lived for everyone else and didn't live for myself. I ended up in prison at the age of 15 years old. I was one of the youngest people in the criminal institution back in those days. And, you know, going through something like that, you would definitely think that that's it, that's over for you. But nah, I didn't end there. You know, I eventually ended up overcoming all of the negativity and the disbelief in my life. And guess what, Lotus? I started to be this influencing spirit around the neighborhood, and it grew into not just the neighborhoods but other communities. And you know, now I wake everybody up in the morning with, I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, I got these cups. So
it's awesome. Yeah,
bingo.
you said bring it back a little bit more, Chuck. There we go, right there. That's one of the cups. Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
So after I overcame my past, I just changed my mindset, Lotus. You could think negative about things, or you could think positive about them. Instead of thinking negative about everything, I just started thinking positive, believing in myself, got rid of the negativity. And next thing you know, I ended up with a commercial electrical lighting business, an investment group that I founded that's consists of 14 business owners. And then, of course, I went on from there to inspire people. You know, I wake everybody up every morning with the first cup of the day. And, you know, sometimes in the morning, it's hard to get moving. It's hard to
Yes, it is.
So guess what? I'm there to wake you up, remind you of why you should stay motivated, why you should be inspired at all times, why you should believe in yourself, why you should shake that negativity, and why you should get out there and make the best of your day. And that's what I do.
I love it. I love it. And so this is who we have in the house as we are ushering in the new year. We want to help all of you, your friends, your family, to start off the new year with 15 minutes of success that's going to usher them to something new. We're not talking about a New Year's resolution that people say they're going to do and then they break. We are talking about tips and strategies and techniques and tools, tips to add to your toolkit for success. And this is why my brother, Coffee Cup Chuck, is here today. So if you're ready to get started, go ahead and put a C in the comment. A C in the comment. That's right. Matter of fact, put 2 C's for Coffee Cup Chuck. Right? All right. So listen, Chuck, first of all, I want to tell the folks what happened to you first. We gonna give y'all some secret sizzling sauce, right? Because how many of y'all know what are? How many of y'all seen a bat? How many of y'all scared of a bat? If yes, or maybe is the answer to those questions that I just asked you. If you've ever seen a bat, are you scared of a bat? Do you know what a bat is? Go ahead and put a number 5 in the comment, because Chuck and I gonna tell you about not his Batmobile, but his Bat Buddy. So Chuck, let's talk about that, because this is the 15 Minutes of Success show. And sometimes when people experience adversity, they stop. And so we got Angie, she's out of Washington, D.C. Hey, Angie, she got her 5 in there. We say K out of the Philippines. She's got her CC in there for coffee cup. Chuck, that's right. And so sometimes, y'all, events can happen to us. Events can happen, and it'll stop us in our track. But not Chuck. So Chuck, let's tell them about what happened in your basement.
So last night I was on my way home, and I get a call from my wife, and she's like, where you at? And I'm like, outside. And she's like, you need to get in here. I'm in her voice, I'm thinking we got an intruder in the house. Mm-hmm. So I'm like acting like fast until she says there's a bat in the house. And with it being so cold the last couple of days, bat. So she said she was letting the dogs out, and she hears this thumping, and she thinks someone's upstairs. So she looks up, and it's not upstairs. It's actually bouncing along the ceiling, trying to get to some darkness. You know how bats act. And so she got some ghost. And so I went down there last night, and I spent a little time trying to find where this bat was. Normally I'm afraid of these things, but I was feeling a little brave. I was feeling a little brave last night. So I spent a lot of time down there trying to find it, but I couldn't find it. So I knew I had this show to do with you this afternoon. So my main goal was, do I want to work in the environment where I normally do my interviews? Do I want to work down in the basement when I know that this bat can possibly just come flying out of nowhere, or do I want to just relocate? And that's that's the message that we're going to get out of this today, is sometimes you can't stop your program. You just got to relocate your program. And if the environment you're in isn't going to work, or it's going to cause some issues or some problems for you during the process of what you need to do, you just need to shake the spot. There's a whole lot of other spots that you can choose to go to. So guess where I'm at, Lotus? Right. I'm in my kitchen.
You in your kitchen. That's what I'm talking about. So listen, put an R and an L in the comment, folks. Put an R and an L in the comment if you know what he's talking about, because a lot of us have had to relocate, right? We've had to relocate not only our physical being, but we've had to relocate our mind to move away from where we used to be so that we can be where we are today. And some of us are still relocating our minds, right? We still relocating our minds so that we can relocate our intention, we can relocate our energy, and we can relocate our physicality. Wow. So let's get right into it. So today, again, for those of you that's just joining us, I want to welcome you to the show. You are here today with 15 Minutes of Success with Dr. Lotus Riché and my phenomenal, amazing guest, Mr. Chuck Coffee Cup Doyle. We just call him Chuck Coffee Cup. Remember that. And make sure you get one of his cups too. So Chuck, I want to get right into these 5 tips so they can add these tools to their toolkit for success. So Chuck, can you tell me what is your number 1 tip that you're going to be sharing with us today?
All right. So number 1 tip, I'm going to just read something from Maya Angelou. She once said in one of her quotes, nothing will work unless you work. Nothing will work unless you work. Listen to that. Nothing gets done if you're sitting on the couch. Nothing gets done if you're playing those video games all day. Nothing gets done if you're playing games on your phone or if you're sleeping. You have to get up and move. You have to take action. You can promise yourself, you can make resolutions all you want. And with the new year coming up, a lot of people are into these resolutions. Well, guess what? A resolution is is something that you are basically just setting off until the time is right. Well, guess what,
Exactly.
Lotus? The time is right now. Right now. So you got to get moving. Action is the best step you can take towards gaining something in your future. You can't gain anything if you're stagnant. What happens to stagnant water?
It usually starts to smell really bad, and then things start to go there and they die in the stagnant water.
Bad stuff.
That's usually a little bit about what happens. So that's why people got to take action now.
Got to keep it moving. Get moving. So that's my number one. My number one tip. You gotta get yourself in gear. Get yourself moving.
All right, I love it. So let's roll right into number 2.
So this is like not my number 2. This is actually my number 1, because a lot of people don't understand how important this is. It is very important that you don't forget who you will become. You can't do that. We make a lot of our choices and decisions today for today. We make them for the moment, and we don't understand who has to live with those choices that you make. Your future self. Your future self has to deal with that. So are you making choices for yourself today and your future self? Or are you deciding to choose the things that you want now for your person now? I started making better choices and I started having a lot better outcomes with the things that I wanted to take place in my life when I started involving my future person. You have a past person, you have a present person, and you have a future person, and no matter what, you cannot blend or mix those people together. There are different people. A lot of people don't understand what change means. Change means nothing is going to stay the same. So you're not going to be the same. So you have to continue to evolve, and while you're evolving, the best way to evolve into a smoother, making a smoother transition is if you consult. You talk, you make a point to consult with that person that's got to deal with your choices.
That's right. Because that person is going to have to deal with it after it's all said and done. So let's get right into our number 3.
So number 3, and I say this with every day on TikTok, I try to put up a different book for people to read. Excuse me. Who's going to educate you the way you need to be educated? You. Everyone else is going to educate you the way they want you to be educated. And it's going to be for their own reasons and agenda. You have to start educating yourself. You have to take the responsibility of giving yourself knowledge that you need, not anyone else, what you need for what you need to do with your life. And the best way to do that is to educate yourself. So I was able to actually grow my wealth mentality by inputting positive stuff. I mean, you can watch TikTok all day, and you can watch the booty popping, you can watch the pranks, and you can watch all that crap you want. You can binge watch Netflix and burn up all those extra hours in your day you have, or you can read. You can watch audio biographies of people who've made it out of where you are and made it to places where you want to go. Only way you're going to do that is if you self-educate yourself. So that's my number 2.
I love it. I love it. So with that being said, are you all ready to educate yourself? And how are you educating yourself? What are you doing? What books are you reading? What videos are you watching? Who are you following? Why are you following them? Okay. It's without question. When we change what we think about, Dr. Wayne Dyer taught me this. When we change what we think about changes. So the only way we're going to make the change that we're talking about is we got to change the way we think, but we got to put some good food in. We got to put that good reading in. We got to get that good understanding so that we can move forward and take action now instead of waiting till tomorrow. Because who knows, tomorrow may not ever come. And not to be bleak, but we talking real life here. So let's talk about your number 4.
So, you know what? I'm going to do this. I don't know if they can see this or not, but it's a bottle. It's half
Bottle of
full.
water.
It's got water in it. It's half full, but is it half full? You know, you got two ways to look at this, and I know you might not be you might not be able to see it, but I'm gonna just say this: just picture a glass of water that's half filled. I like to ask people this question: is the glass half full or is it half empty? A lot of people say it's half empty. A lot of people say it's half full. But it's a trick question, Lotus, because the glass is neither half empty or half full. It's fillable. And if you believe that it's fillable, then guess what? You can always put more into it. My biggest problem growing up was the belief systems around me. You know, we were taught that we were in the hood, we were in the ghetto. That's where we belonged. There was no way out. We were taught to believe that that the only thing that we can accomplish in life is what the next person has. But guess what?
But that's not true.
Those are other people's beliefs. What do you believe?
Right.
You know, I believe that I can make it. I believe that I can be a business owner. I believe that I can start an investment group when everyone else probably would have thought that it was crazy idea, but that's everyone else, Lotus. So my 4th is a strong belief in yourself. You have to believe that you can do the things that you want to do. You have to believe that you are capable of being great. If you can't get to yourself, if you can't get in your own mind that you are capable and competent enough to be just as great as the next person, then how do you expect to ever be great just like the next person? So take this away from this conversation. No matter what anyone else says about you, no matter what it is, it doesn't matter, because guess what? Every single time someone meets you, every single time someone runs across you, there's a new version of you born. You know,
exactly.
What all of these versions, Lotus, all of these different versions of you, they don't matter. The only version that matters is the one that you have of yourself. So believe in it, believe in yourself, and trust me, great things will happen for you. Great things.
I love that. And my question to all of you, and I'd like you to write it down, because you breathe life into it. Because a lot of people have been told they're never going to amount to anything and all these things. But the question is, what do you believe for you? Not just about you, but what do you believe for you, right? Because we become what we think about every day. So what do you believe for you? Wow, Chuck, I love where we're going with this. So let's get right in. Number 5.
You know, you already know, because look where we both at, you know, and we are two pillars when it comes to this, because not only are we striving in one field, but we continue to strive in other fields, and it's because we stay persistent in what we're doing. So I'm gonna tell a little quick story, since this is number 5. When I first started the coffee cups, it sounded corny, you know, a brother with a beard, glasses and a hat, hiding behind a cup, a mug with an image on it, and this guy is calling himself Coffee Cup Chuck. To me, it was a little corny, but guess what? I said, you know what? I can't do this just for myself on this one. I have to reach out and try to help other people. And so I started, and I got going. And, you know, I had a couple of people that were following me, and they were liking them, and they loved them. But next thing I know, you know, I got to a point, Lotus, where I wasn't getting enough follows, and I wasn't getting a lot of likes or people sharing my content. So I kind of wanted to scale back and take some time off, or basically give up. something inside of me said, you ain't built like this, Chuck. You are Coffee Cup Chuck. Are depending on you to stay persistent with what you're doing. And by doing this, it'll grow. You'll get better. Things might start gradually, but as long as you continue to do that, what you that road is telling you to do, guess what's going to happen? It's going to get better. It's going to, you're going to get to where you want. Now I'm 2.5 years in, and I mean, I'm all over all the platforms now. The image is out there, the word is out there, and guess what? I get calls all the time now telling me, man, last week I was having a rough week, and one of your posts took me right out of it, man. I appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing. Now I got everyone telling me, not just myself. Now I got everyone telling me, keep doing what you're doing, Chuck. You're helping people out. So persistence, no matter what, don't stop doing what you're doing. Keep going, keep moving. And if it doesn't seem like the light of day is shining on you now, just remember, you got 24 hours in a day. That sun will come around. So that's my number 5. Stay persistent. Find what you want and stick to it.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. And so, folks, I hope that you've seen these tips. I hope you've taken notes. And so, Chuck, I want to go right to the comments and recognize our audience. And here's something that I want to say, Chuck, that you talked about. You wasn't getting any follows and all this, but you were inspiring people, and so they came. So I want to inspire each and every one of you. So you guys saw me reaching over here. I'm doing double duty. I want to inspire you to do double duty. I see many of you are in the comment section. Okay, many of you are in the comment section. I see Brenda Ringwood from Kansas. She's saying hello. I see Angela Elting from Washington, D.C. She's saying hello. I see the fabulous Camille from Florida. She's saying hello to both of us. Great. And then said she's watching with Bill Kimball. Hey, Bill Kimball, happy to have you along on the show. We appreciate you. And then we got Pastor Hillary Gooden all the way from Chicago. And of course, we have Kay all the way from the Philippines. Okay. And we have so many more folks like zeroing in and messaging us and all that. And so I want to challenge you. And I saw Sabrina here, who was on the show earlier this week. She came and lit the place on fire. I want to challenge each and every one of you on this page, on my Facebook page. Okay. I want you to go to my Facebook page, because I got it up. I can see your comments, not only in this broadcast, but on my Facebook page. I would love for you to go and hit the like on Sabrina's comment. She said, hello, Chuck. Hit the like on her comment. Go ahead and reply to her. Say hello to Sabrina. Say hello to Pastor Hillary. Say hello to all of the people on this thread. Why? Because your opportunity to make a connection. This is your opportunity to also help this broadcast, to help me, to help Chuck, and to help everybody that's connected with this broadcast, and to help yourself. Those of you on this broadcast with shows, this is 15 minutes of success. You should be connecting with people, bringing them to your show, getting in on somebody else's show so you can share your message, because you got a that God gave you. And for some of you that say, well, I don't believe in God, that's okay. You still have a message. So I want to go right to this message from Angela Elton. She said, I used the same message when I was the captain of my rugby team. And she was the captain of the rugby team in Japan. Okay. And for a woman of color who is Japanese as well, this was unheard of. Okay. She said, I would write, believe on my teammates' back hand during our team huddles before the game and at the halftime. As a result, we had a winning season. So what are you all doing out there so that you have a winning year in life? Because the season ain't over yet. I did say ain't. Okay. The season ain't over yet. We still in 2022, ushering into 2023. And that's why Sabrina Proctor came to help us out this week to get us going in the right direction as we enter into the new season, into the new year. And that's why my man, Coffee Cup Chuck is here today on 15 Minutes of Success, helping you be successful. Stick-to-itiveness is what I always say. And that's why stick-to-itiveness. That's my word. I coined that phrase, stick-to-itiveness. I hadn't heard nobody else say it, but you got to have stick-to-itiveness. So Chuck, look, you not only have stick-to-itiveness, you got that thing they call it, the it factor. And you also are so profound in what you do. A little birdie told me that you're going to be in a conference because you're always looking to help people be better. You're always looking for people to become the best that they can be. So we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back because I know that you are in this upcoming conference, okay? And this conference is called Becoming the Best You Conference 2023. And so, Chuck, when we come back, I'd like for you to tell us a bit about this conference, where it's going to be, and what our audience can expect to hear from you in the conference. We'll be right back. One of the best conferences of the year is finally here, Becoming the Best You Conference. Join us live or virtually and hear from the greatest speakers in the country. Brenda Ringwood, Terrence Lethbridge, Stacey Wahey, Arcavius Armstrong, Dr. Lotus Riché, Regina Platt, Dr. Rick Bolton, Anthony Russo, Chuck Doyle, Dr. Ruben West, Jennifer Lauren, Jessica Moyer, Dr. Jawanda Rollins-Fells, Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris, Indy Nam, Tracy Randolph, Isabel Black, Sarah Minguez, Jill Reynolds, Kevin Wilson, Saccone Prince, Definitely Holly, Chuck Prison, Dr. Michael Freeland, Tommy Morgan, Prince Michael, James Griffin, Charlotte White, Aaron Page, Jeremy Nunez, Jeff Markinet Jr., Belton Showell III. Becoming the Best You Conference, February 17th through the 19th, 2023. Clayton Plaza Hotel, St. Louis, Missouri. Get your tickets today.
Good morning, people. It's your boy, Coffee Cup Chuck, back with another powerful message. Today's message is on growing up to be like you. We all want to grow up to be someone great. Because of this, we normally attach ourselves to people who we most highly look up to. But did you know that no matter who you want to be like, you will only end up growing up to be like the person that you create within yourself? So listen up, people. It's okay to be influenced by others, but remember this. It is totally up to you to grow into the person that you want to be. Your greatness will only be determined by the choices and sacrifices that you make. So instead of striving to be like those superstars, shoot for the stars and place yourselves amongst them. It's your boy, Coffee Cup Chuck. Thank you for hanging out with me for another powerful message. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, stay positive, people.
Whoop, whoop! And we are back. And I want to thank each and every one of you out there that has joined us today for 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Riché and my phenomenal guest, Mr. Coffee Cup Chuck. That's right. And so, Chuck, I know you're going to be a part of this amazing conference that's coming up in February.
Yes.
Becoming You Conference. So tell us a bit about this conference and what can people expect to hear from you during this conference?
Okay, so the BTBY movement is who's throwing this.
Yes.
And the slogan, come change your life. And that's what we're expecting to do. We're expecting to bring in as many as people who are ready. You know, some people out there aren't ready, but we want the ones that are ready, and the ones that are half ready, because if you get in there and you take a seat, and with all of these great, awesome guests that's going to be there, we can get you over that hump and get you on the road of getting ready and getting to that change. Like I said, everyone changes. We are all changing. Some of us are changing for the better, and some of us are changing for the worse. But this conference is going to bring change. We got a lot of people coming from all over the country. This is just not a regional thing. And with that being said, there's a lot of knowledge that's going to be there for you to take away from. I myself will be talking about one of my PowerPoints today, your future self. I will definitely be talking about the belief system and the negativity that we surround ourselves around, and how that negativity can affect us from actually becoming the best person that we want to be. Like I said, man, we got a lot of powerful people that are going to be there. It's going to be an exciting time. It's the 17th through the 19th this February at the Clayton Hotel in St. Louis, Missouri. Man, there's going to be a black tie event and a lot of food. Man, it's definitely going to be an awesome time. So I would suggest anyone who wants to switch it up a little bit, change up their style. If you're tired of sitting at home, if you are still where you were 5 years ago, that's what I'm gonna say. If you are still where you were 5 years ago and you're tired of it, man, you got to get it moving. You got to do something that's going to change things. Well, this conference is going to change things. So come on down, man. I don't care if you're from Hawaii. Get you a plane ticket, because I'm telling you, these are the things that help you overcome those milestones in your life. And these are the things that send you on that road to believing. Because all it takes is planting a seed. And that seed it doesn't matter how long it takes that seed to start sprouting. You plant the seed. How you plant the seed for 2023 is you make sure you're planting that butt on one of those chairs out in the audience when I take the stage and tell y'all how you change your mindset. That's what's up.
That's right. That's what's up. So make sure you get your tickets. So look, Chuck, I want to thank you for being here this week, and a shout out to you also, Sabrina. The both of you just lit up the broadcast this week, sharing your amazing tips, tools, and techniques that help people really be successful, not just in life, but also in business. And so what's next for you? What else you got going on? So Bertie told me that you got 2 books coming out. So tell me about the 2 books.
All right. So one of the books we're working on, the production on that book starts here at the end of January. Actually, I've been writing the book for the last 2.5 years. Those books, the first book will be basically the Coffee Cup Chuck book, where you can get up every Monday through Friday, and it's like a daily bread. Something, my cups are basically this. We forget a lot of things, Lotus. If I can remind you at that first cup in the morning, if I can remind you of how special you are, of how powerful you are, of how strong you are, if I can do that the first thing in the morning, just think of what it'll do for your day. So that first book is going to help you get your day going, just like all of the other posts that I put on the platform. That second book, though, man,
yes,
they ain't gonna be ready for that. It's called The Domino, and that is my autobiography book. It tells the story of my life. It tells the story of me overcoming a lot of my fears, a lot of my frustrations. It tells of how I was able to overcome the negativity that was surrounding me, and how I was able to raise my belief system to a point where I could do anything. You know what I'm saying? And the book is very powerful. So definitely, when that book hits the shelf, if you want to hear a story of triumph, that's definitely a story that you're gonna want to read. So I suggest
So,
you look at that.
so Chuck, I had the honor of being given a short excerpt from the book, a page or two from the book.
Yeah.
And I would really love your permission to just read a little piece of the excerpt.
Yes, please do.
The excerpt from the book that really, it all touched me, but there were certain key components that really stood out. And when you said being told most of my life that I was the bad kid and that I wouldn't amount to anything really took a toll on what I thought I could accomplish. And I wasn't the bad kid, but with kids, counseling them with the counseling firm I work with, a lot of the kids had that story. And even now, it's real emotional for me because a lot of these kids, they just, I had a 9-year-old tell me that she was depressed. I had someone, their family told them that they was crazy because of something that was happening in their life. And folks, when we tell our children and even grown-ups things like this, it affects them for their whole life. I had a teacher tell me some negative stuff when I was coming up, and that could have stopped me in my tracks, Chuck. That could have kept me from being who I am today. And you also went on and said, though things seem to not be in my favor, I was highly favored.
Yes.
I kept living. I kept taking chances, making mistakes, and growing. And today, I have no regrets.
None.
So this is just an excerpt from the books, folks. So, Chuck, when you finish your book and when you publish your book, would you please come back to the show and let's have a chapter show on 15 Minutes of Success, where we share a chapter of your book with the folks. And folks, I charge you to get this book when it comes out, because this is going to be a phenomenal book that's going to help empower you, inspire you, and help catapult you to success in your personal life and in your business life. Again, I want to thank you for blessing me with that chapter. I want to thank you for blessing me to have the opportunity to read that excerpt. I think this is the first time this has ever been done on any show, and it couldn't have been done without you. And I may be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong, but to be able to share that meant the world. So thank you so much, Chuck. And I look forward to seeing you at the conference, the Becoming the Best You conference in 2023. Folks, please go ahead and get your tickets. You see the scroll right down below. We want to invite you to this conference because this conference is going to be life-changing. And so with no further to do, Chuck, I'll see you in a few minutes back in the our backstage. I'll see you momentarily. And so you see how I highlighted Chuck. I wanted y'all to get a view of his face again. This is a face you do not want to miss. All right. And so, folks, again, I want to thank you for joining the show. Please go ahead and like and share this broadcast. If you missed the beginning of the show, please watch the replay. Watch the replay and share this with your friends. And to all our viewers all around the world, we thank you and we appreciate you. And if you have a person that you want to join us on 15 Minutes of Success, don't hesitate. Connect with us. Let us know. You can DM me on Facebook, or you can go ahead and connect with us at lotusricheignites.com. And also, we'd love for you to support the broadcast. You can support the broadcast. You see it trickling down below. below. You can support us by Lotus Riché at yahoo.com, PayPal. You can go to any one of those apps, either the Cash App, to have this broadcast. I want to talk to you about who else is coming up in the house on next week. So many of you guys know that the Becoming the Best You conference, this thing is going to be phenomenal. And of course, we had Sabrina Pratik and Coffee Cup Chuck kick us off this week, ushering us into the new year. And on January 10th, we have Sherry Berger coming up. On January 18th, we have Dr. Michael Freeland coming up. And on January 20th, we have Sarah Mingus coming up straight to you to give you 15 minutes of success so you can do all the things you're designed to do as you come through in 2023. And so don't forget to catch me later. I'll be here later talking about a great new opportunity coming your way. Many people are looking for a place to go where they can have a great time and be safe and just experience a great New Year's Eve ushering in. And so I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you about a wonderful place called Ocean Lounge. It's right here in Washington, D.C., located at 1228th Street Northeast. In Washington, D.C., you definitely want to get there. Their tickets are very, very reasonably priced at $38 starting out, going all the way to $288 for the VIP ticket. And so I'm going to share this with you so you can go right to their Eventbrite. You can go there. It's the 2023 New Year's Eve celebration at the Ocean Lounge. You definitely want to be there. From what I'm understanding, there are going to be a myriad of wonderful folks there, and none other than the former middleweight champion himself, No Mercy Percy, is going to be there as well, with a few other amazing professional boxers who are maybe still are world famous champions. And so go there, enjoy yourself. I look forward to seeing you on the new year that's coming in. And we hope that you have a safe new year and you look out for yourself and look out for other people. Okay, I got you, Chuck. So also, Chuck, did you want to leave another message, Chuck? Okay. So with that being said, I want to, again, thank you for being here. We look forward to seeing you in the new year, and make sure you grab your ticket if you're going over to the Ocean Lounge. Tell them Dr. Lotus said hello and Happy New Year. So with no further ado, don't forget to join us in St. Louis, because we want to see you at the Becoming the Best You conference. Grab your tickets today and have an amazing end of this year and a phenomenally incredible new year. One of the best conferences of the year is finally here, Becoming the Best You conference. Join us live or virtually and hear from the greatest speakers in the country. Brenda Ringwood, Terrence Lethbridge, Stacey Wahey, Arcavius Armstrong, Dr. Lotus Riché, Regina Platt, Dr. Rick Bolton, Anthony Russo, Chuck Doyle, Dr. Ruben West, Jennifer Lauren, Jessica Warrior, Dr. Jawanda Rollins-Fells, Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris, Indy Nam, Tracy Randolph, Isabel Black, Sarah Mingus, Jill Reynolds, Kevin Wilson, Saccone Prince, Definitely Holly, Chuck Prison, Dr. Michael Freeland, Tommy Morgan, Prince Michael, James Griffin, Charlotte White, Aaron Page, Jeremy Nunez, Jeff Markinet Jr., Belton Showell III. Becoming the Best You Conference, February 17th through the 19th, 2023. Clayton Plaza Hotel, St. Louis, Missouri. Get your tickets today.
I don't know if you can hear me, but there's a lot of stuff.
Come on, Chuck. You gotta tell them how they can get next to you, Chuck. We can't end this broadcast without telling the folks how they can get to you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I just want to first say that let me get this out right. I wanted to reach out to some people in the comment section, but for some reason I wasn't able to leave any comments. So I don't want anyone to think that I wasn't trying to reach out to them and say hello or respond to any of their responses. But I did get all of their messages, and I want to tell everyone, hey, thank you for the support. Thanks for checking the show out today and checking me out. But if you want to contact me, reach me, you can reach me at coffeecupchuck.com or just plain old chuckdoyle.com. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook under Coffee Cup Chuck or The First Cup KC. I'm also Coffee Cup Chuck on TikTok. TikTok is a platform that's really, really growing. So I'm able to get a lot of content out on TikTok, a lot of helpful and useful videos. So get on there, follow me on there, check that out. I bring out all my special books that you probably should be putting on that shelf of yours if you want to change that mindset. So follow me on TikTok. And like I said, I'm also on LinkedIn as well. So you reach out to me. Hey, if you got something that you would like me to talk about or speak on, reach out to me. I'm very good at doing that, and I would love to help in any kind of way that I could possibly help out. So yeah, reach out to me, Coffee Cup Chuck. And as always, stay positive, people.
I love it. I love it. So make sure you check out Chuck. And this is what Chuck put out for all of you around the world. So we're going to close with our final word from Coffee Cup Chuck. Have a great day and be blessed.
What's good, people? It's your boy, Coffee Cup Chuck, and I got something I want you to check out. But first, I got a question for you. How do you define success? Success to me is something that each individual has to determine for themselves. How have I been able to define and determine my own success? Well, come check me out this Friday the 30th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 15 Minutes of Success show with your girl, Dr. Lotus Riché, and find out. The show will be available on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Just search for the Lotus Riché Ignites page on any of these platforms and come hang out with your boy for a minute. It's your boy, Coffee Cup Chuck. Thank you for hanging out with me for another powerful message. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, stay positive, people.
Thank you for watching the show, and be sure to follow us on Instagram, like and share, and let us know that you care. Also, let us know what other type of shows you'd like us to present just for you. Thank you.